you can do a chota activity to see what is the role of ignition point. But of course, because it involves burning, it is better to do with some adult around. Make your mom your partner. So what you can do is you can take two papers and make cone out of them like this. And now you fill this cone with water. The second cone can be without water. So when you put it on the flame, what will happen? This cone, which is B, will naturally catch fire. But what interestingly you will see in the case of A is it will not catch fire. So much so that due to the heat of the flame, water will start boiling. Now what has prevented the fire? You will say water, but you didn't sprinkle water on it. But what you did was that because there was water, it never reached the ignition point, because water is also a cooling agent. Whenever anything is very hot, what do? You sprinkle water on it. Even when there is fire, you must have seen when the fire brigade comes, what do they have? They have those long pipes with a lot of water coming out of it, and as a column of water with great speed, and that stops the fire. Why it stops the fire? Not only because water can extinguish fire, because the ignition point lowers down, and as a result the thing will not burn. So ignition point has that important a role. Like I told you, unless the matchstick is rubbed against the matchbox, fire will not be there. So one important thing is the ignition point. Another thing was the matter should be, or the substance should be combustible. That means it should be able to burn. Now what is the third thing that is required for burning? Have you ever thought of that? You can take a simple paper, try and burn it. And the second one, you crumple it and then try and burn it and see which one will last for longer time. Yeah, what is the answer? The crumpled one. And it is getting air. You can do another experiment, I will also show you. You take a candle, burn it and put it in a, you can say, chimney. You know what is a chimney? That glass thing which is in the lantern. It is open from both ends. Now if in one case what you do is that you just take a candle and cover it with a glass or chimney, right? In the second case, what you can do is you can put a little wooden blocks. On these wooden blocks you keep a candle and then put the jar or the chimney or the glass. Now this glass is little raised, which means air can come from the bottom also. In this case, the top was also there, the bottom was also there, and as a result the chance of getting air was only whatever air was present in the jar. In the third case, what you can do is just put a chimney on the blocks and then see which candle will burn for longer time. Just try it yourself. You will find that this candle will extinguish first of all. The moment air present in the glass or the chimney or whatever you are using is consumed, it will stop burning. In this case, because air is coming from the bottom, it will last for a little longer time. And in this case, where there was no lid and also it was at a raised platform, which means air was coming from top as well as bottom, the candle will burn for a longer time. So what is the conclusion? What is the another essential component of burning? Air. Air has oxygen, which is a supporter of combustion. So we need a combustible matter, we need a supporter of combustion, and we also need the ignition point or the right temperature.